How yous all doing, guys? It's Jedi Boy, and I'm back. And tonight, guys, I'm just going to highlight, or let's say document, some cultish behaviour by some lovely, charming people over in Jeff's crew. So, I'll be putting a wee copyright disclaimer here under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teachers, scholarship and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit like myself, educational or personal use tips the balance in favour of fair use. Well, I think I come under a few of these categories. Anyway, people, hope you're having a good weekend. We've been having great weather here in Scotland. So I'm just going to have a few beers and highlight this weird cult behaviour by these lovely people over in Jeff Stewart's channel. And his wife, Agent Sweetheart. They work hand in hand, these two. But since I had my hangout with Lanny, it was a brilliant hangout. And I like Lanny. He was a breath of fresh air. We had this Murdoch crew, Johnny Murdoch, and you had this Bob, and then you had this Brian character, which I thought was a bit ropey. He was a bit a ropey character, and I told people just to ignore this guy. There was a big uproar. Anyway, Jeff Stewart decided to phone Lanny's work, and I thought that was out of order. So Jeff Stewart had a stream, and I went in his chat and I said, Jeff, that's out of order what you done. You're an old prick. Or I said something like along the lines of that. Anyway, they didn't like that. They said I was defending Brian. Anyway, they're lovely people, just lovely. I'll let you hear some stuff tonight because I've let Jeff have his week. Let him boil up and then fizzle away. Just fizzle away. That's the Jedi Boy tactics, Jeff. You need to get with it. You've been going on all week, and then I just let you fizzle away. But now I'm going to highlight it because I've got a week's worth of stuff to look at now. Anyway, guys, I'm going to show you some stuff here, and you'll be surprised, especially at the behaviour of some of these so-called adults. Right, anyway, where will I start? I had the hangout with Lanny on the 20th. Right, anyway, we'll start here. This was called Bri and the Resistance. This was an Agent Sweetheart's channel. The lovely Agent Sweetheart. She's so nice.
Couple of people out that can save a little face anyway. Didn't y'all say that Jed's over there on Lanny's channel right now?
No, Lanny and Jed are having a hangout. I think they're on Jed's channel.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, Jed.
That's good.
Jed, you got Jeff cancer now. See, Lanny had Jeff cancer, and now you got Jeff cancer. See, isn't it funny how that fucking works?
Yep.
We know Lanny is involved deeply with Brian. He was the very first person he called when he almost supposedly lost his job.
Mm-hmm.
He was almost devastated. He didn't call nobody but Brian first.
Isn't that weird?
Damage control and now, and then who came in my chat last night? The Jed Skeptic. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, motherfucker, you got cancer now.
So I got Jeff cancer because I went in his chat and defended Lanny and said that Jeff shouldn't be phoning people's work. It was way out of order. And if anyone should be getting outed here, it's this Brian character. But obviously, if nobody can get Brian sorted out by the authorities, well, what's the point in going on and on and on about it on the internet? You're just highlighting the guy. You're just giving him the attention he wants.
want everybody that's listening to the sound of my voice to go flag Jed's channel right now. You go flag it for anything at all. Jed, I'm flagging your channel right now. I'm also flagging Lanny's shit as it pops up because y'all got cancer. I'm going to do the same thing to you guys for the next 3 years that y'all have put me through for the last 3 years. I'm just not going to dox you online.
Jeff Stewart, put through Jeff Stewart the last 3 years. Put you through what, Jeff Stewart? You've been so irrelevant for the past 3 years. Nobody even knows you. Hardly anybody even knows you. Only us old-timers, us veterans of the flat earth actually know who you are. And even then, we nearly forgot about you. Until now. Until you started spreading your sexually transmitted Jeff cancer around.
Fine. I'm going to pick your fucking lives apart personally. Everybody that develops Jeff cancer, they're never going to get rid of it. The more damage control you do.
That's right, Twitwit. This is the guy that thought Tim was Kyle Jones. And we all seen from the video footage of Tim Osmond that that's not Kyle Jones. So they've already failed doxed somebody. They've already put somebody innocent's face on the internet and probably had the guy harassed. And now they're doing it with Lanny, and now they're doing it with everybody. It's called the Jeff cancer. Well, Laurie, Jeff, Agent Sweetheart, this is getting highlighted. This is getting documented. So if anybody does come across these people, if anyone's work does get phoned, this is what they're up to. And it's all for money. This is all for money. I knew when Jeff came out the first time, he wanted me to explode on with another video so he could get attention to his channel, because he's asking for money. And because he never got the attention, I never gave him attention all week. He never got the attention, so he started bringing on Jake the Asshole to try and bring people to his channel. But it's just so bad. It's such a bad channel. Anyway.
The worse that cancer gets.
The more you go online and the more you explain those stories that what happened to you in the last few years, the more I understand you. Honestly, you've been through hell, and oh my God, you've been through so much.
What? What's he been through?
I've been through enough to know what comes when it's supposed to come.
What? Tell us what you've been through. What is it you've been through, Jeff? What's been so traumatic that everybody has to get Jeff cancer? Jesus.
I've been through enough to know it never stops coming. And if people think that I'm going a little overboard by saying what I'm saying, understand. Yep. You might want to stay the fuck away from them. Because when you get cancer, everybody around you gets cancer. And when they get cancer, everybody around them gets cancer. It's called Jeff cancer. I'm not going to call you shills. I'm not going to call you anything. I'm just fucking going to go after you.
Mm-hmm.
Personally.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Personally.
Uh-huh.
Not here on YouTube. I'm going to pick your life apart personally.
And I will do anything I can to help you. Whatever it is, I will do anything. I back you 100%.
Lanny, you know why you didn't get fired from your job? Because I didn't call in and say a bunch of crazy shit. I called in and I told them they needed to go watch your channel.
Jesus. Did you just see the whole cult happening before your eyes there, people? Did you see that? Oh my God, Laurie Gale. I'm so disappointed with you, Laurie. I thought you were more grown up. I thought you were more intelligent. I thought you were more sensible than this. This is disgraceful, Laurie. I don't know what you were on that night, if you were drunk, whatever it was, but it was the same with yesterday, Laurie. Glenn, Vancouver, whatever he wants to call himself, Glenn Butler, the Canadian gimp, he was giving me a lot of grief. He was attacking my missus, saying he was going to stalk my missus on Facebook. He was going to harass my missus on Facebook. He says he's going to harass my kid's YouTube channel, because my kid's got a wee gaming channel. He plays on, he shares PlayStation broadcasts on YouTube. Glenn says he's going to harass my kids. And do you know, whilst he was saying he was going to harass my kids, Laurie was in the chat saying to me, I can't believe you said that when I was saying to Glenn, I'll attack you if you attack my kids. Laurie's so blind to this cult. I'm so disappointed with you, Laurie. You should grow up. Grow up, Laurie. Isn't he cool, twit?
My channel.
No, Lanny's channel.
Oh.
We'll have a look at this cultish behaviour once again by Laurie. I'll do anything. Lovely, lovely people here we're dealing with here. Jeff Cancer people.
And I will do anything I can to help you. Whatever it is, I will do anything. I back you 100%.
Lanny, you know why you didn't get fired from your job? Because I didn't call in and say a bunch of crazy shit. I called in and I told them they needed to go watch your channel.
My channel?
No, Lanny's channel.
Oh, okay. What now?
But I'm going to start doing...
So people, that's just a couple of timestamps just on this video. You can see the way they're behaving already. This is almost like a cult they've got over here. They're involved with the flat earth, obviously. Jeff Stewart's a flat earther. But we've got more. Don't worry, we've got more. We've got plenty more. The next one is My Feet Are Faster. And look at the pictures these women use. These old women, these mature women are using pictures like this for their photo icons. Like, imagine if I used a picture like this, like a half-naked guy standing with a fucking sword with his balls hanging out or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, grow up. Grow up. Same with Agent Sweetheart. Agent Sweetheart's got, what is it? Like, Agent Sweetheart's got that, and all the imagery she uses is this blonde bimbo type. It's like, grow up. Jesus Christ. Get a grip, people. Jeff Cancer. Jeff Cancer. Get a grip. Right, anyway, this is My Feet Are Faster. This didn't really start till about 43 minutes because it's a little rubbish as usual, but we'll start it from here. And this is Maureen. This is Maureen that got so offended that Lanny gave her photograph to Brian because Glenn put a photograph of Lanny up beside a screenshot of search history involving paedophilia. So Lanny sent a photo, but at the end of the day, Lanny done nothing illegal. You send photos to people, you're at your own risk. As soon as you send a photo to a stranger, Maureen, that you don't know, you're sending photos to strangers you don't know, and you think your rights have been broken. What the hell, man? I know, Twitwit. I've let it go on for a week. I've stayed quiet. No one really knows about this because I've stayed quiet. But my name's not been out these people's mouths for a week. Agent Sweetheart, Laurie, Glenn, Jeff Stewart. They've all been at it like a little cult. And they're trying to make money at the same time. That's the worst of it, guys. They're trying to generate money at the same time. I'll show you his Patreon account. In fact, Jeff Stewart made 2 begging videos, e-begging videos, and he's deleted them, his latest ones.
About the troll team, and all of a sudden, and I'm not dissing them, but I'm just saying, all of a sudden, Twitty and Lewis Hackett were there, the nice ones, right? Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And their names right up. That's what I wonder, you know? It's
like magic.
Yeah, and they say we're the witches. I don't know.
I don't need to put a spell on anybody. I can use magic other ways.
Well, y'all are, these people are fixing to think that you know what y'all are going to be calling me, motherfuckers. Yeah, you guys out there, you know what y'all going to be calling me probably a week from now? Satan. You're going to be calling me Satan because I'm going to be doing the most evilest fucking things y'all ever heard in your life. You're just going to go, I cannot fucking believe Jeff Stewart did that shit.
It's been a week, Jeff. And I'm not calling you Satan, mate. I'm calling you a sad, pathetic old man that needs to get a life. You and your wife, and Laurie Gale, and Glenn, and Maureen, the lot of you. You need to grow up. You're pathetic. You actually make me sick. You're pathetic.
Most people won't even fucking believe I did it. But I'm going to go ahead and own up to it now. I did it.
Good for you. And you know what? I've done stuff too to either make my point or to make a statement. And I stand behind every one of us for what.
So that was Jeff admitting that he'd phoned Lanny's work. He did it. And he's pretty proud of himself. Well, guys, we need to keep record of these people. We need to keep account. We need to highlight this. We need to record it. Because if we get any phone calls from our work, or if anyone in our family are getting harassed by somebody they don't know, it could be one of these people. They've already threatened it already. This is why I'm doing this.
What we're doing. And that's why I'm on here tonight again.
Busybody. That's what you're doing.
It's gone far enough. It's gone too far. It ain't.
Maureen the busybody, the old hippie. It's got so much to say, but she's done nothing in way of content.
Yeah. Went too far with the pedo stuff, but it's like every day it gets further and further.
But that rang some bells with Antonio, didn't?
Yeah.
As soon as his name popped up, everything started falling into place because that's exactly what he was doing to me. Fucking every video he put up. What's wrong with Jeff Stewart? Is he a pedophile?
Yeah, I didn't actually know, but Glenn just filled.
What you hear about Antonio? I've marked just the obvious
Stuff
ones.
right now with Alyssa Mack and all this. And all these characters, probably in that age group of.
This is Maureen. This is Glenn's wife.
Which is something interesting. I'm going to send you.
And I say Glenn's wife, but I'm not too sure. I seen a picture of them together. They use a picture. Is it YouTube Troll or? It's one of these other channels Glenn uses, but it's him and her in a picture, and her hand looks like the same size as his head. And he's got, and I say Maureen's got a deeper voice than Glenn. I've got to say, Maureen has a deeper voice than Glenn, and she's not had any kids. So you've got to question, you've got to join the dots there, Maureen. You like joining dots? Well, I'm joining a few dots there, Maureen. Maureen.
Some links about it because all over Canada they had this bizarre sex ring. They were pulling all kinds of actors and actresses into it. They branded the girls and did some terrible things to them, and now it's just come out in the Canadian papers, and they're getting charged, both the fella and this Alyssa Mack, whoever was the head actress on Smallville.
Wow.
Yeah, and
oh, by the way, this was Maureen saying that there was a sex ring within Hollywood in Canada, Smallville cast, and apparently Lanny's sister was in Smallville, and she's around the same age as him, and she apparently knows Weinstein and all the rest of it. So Maureen's the chief detective, and she's joining all the dots, and she's figuring it all out. No, you're just a sad old woman.
well, it's not even that far. It goes connected to like hundreds of small bit actors and actresses in Canada. So I'm just kind of wondering what's all this about.
Smallville? Well, let's look at Lanny's sister's IMDb page. I'll tell you what.
I haven't gotten that far into it. I just kind of.
So they continue to dig about Lanny's family's history, who have nothing to do with this. But just like Kyle Jones, some innocent guy on the internet who got doxxed by Jeff Stewart last year, maybe a year and a half ago, well, he's up to his old psychotic shenanigans again. Right. Where's the next part on this? 53.
And, you know, various other things, but, you know, it's not like she's like a nobody actor. She's actually bookable. Right? She's not like, she don't, in her picture, you know, she don't really look like a drug-addled freaking nut. I mean, she looks perfectly reasonable.
See, these people like going around looking at our families, our kids. When Glenn was threatening my kid's YouTube channel, he was going to stalk my kid, harass my kid. What weirdos. These people accuse other people of being predators and pedophiles and stuff like that. But all they can do is harass innocent people.
So we're not after your sister, Lanny.
Not at all.
We're after you. And I'm looking for total capitulation and money now. I was actually looking for total capitulation yesterday. Today, I'm looking for capitulation and money. I'm not joking. Not at all. You can call the cops and say he's trying to extort me and all that stuff. That's fine. I really don't care. Tell him anything you want to. But one thing that's going to happen is you're going to pay me. And you're going to go away with your friend Jed, Antonio, and everybody else around them that gets Jeff cancer. It's a promise. You're not going to be able to keep a channel up. Everybody that I know.
So Jeff's promising that we have to give him money. He's promising us that we have to give him money to go away.
I want to tell him to flag you or fucking walk away from me. I only want fighters. I don't care if the only way you can fight is to flag. That's fine. But if you're not even doing that, you need to go somewhere else. And everybody else around them, the inflation and money. I'm not joking. Not at all. You can call the cops and say he's trying to extort me and all that stuff. That's fine. I really don't care. Tell him anything you want to. But one thing that's going to happen is you're going to pay me. And you're going to go away with your friend Jed, Antonio, and everybody else around them that gets Jeff cancer. It's a promise. You're not going to be able to keep a channel up. Everybody that I know, I want to tell them to flag you or fucking walk away from me. I only want fighters. I don't care if the only way you can fight is to flag. That's fine. But if you're not even doing that, you need to go somewhere else. And stay away from them fucking channels, lest I misconstrue you with somebody that you're not.
I agree with you, and I have to say something tonight. I noticed BB made a nice video, and you know, even though I still want him living 3 doors down from me, if anybody unites that is an agreement with us and has the eyes to see what is happening, then go.
Nah, all VB done was agreed that Brian's a twat. Just like I said Brian was a twat. I've always said Brian's a twat. From the very start. I never called Brian a paedophile though. There's never been enough evidence to call Brian a paedophile. I called him a weirdo. There's something creepy about him. I don't trust him. But I've never had enough evidence to call Brian a paedophile. Whereas these people have generated some kind of screenshot and they're calling him a pedo outright. So unless they can prove he's a pedo and get solved the issue, all they're doing is highlighting him. I was saying ignore the guy. And these people didn't like me saying ignore him.
But I couldn't believe how many videos were out about Brian today. It was wonderful.
I know. It's and I won't keep you too long on here, but I just had to come up and thank you for letting me join. Just for the fact being is they twist these when they're speaking again. So now it's like, oh, sorry, Mo, and oh, Glenn's no good, and feel bad for me, and you guys are destructive, and you know they're foolish. It's them, and it's always been them. And that's why I thought it dawned on me today when I thought I was told 1.5 years ago not to be on here. And I remember at that point in time thinking to myself, why wouldn't you? And I had respect. I have to honestly say I had respect for Jed. And I thought, well, maybe he's right. Maybe I don't belong here. Maybe this is not for me. But I see why now, because when you're...
No, this is not for you. And you've just proved it. You've just proved it. Yous are too impulsive. You and Glenn. Yous are all too impulsive. And Glenn, just looking at Glenn, Mr. Mouthful of sugar puffs for teeth, Glenn, when was the last time you brushed your teeth, pal? You look like your breath stinks, mate. You look like you need a good wash. That fucking beard you've got looks like it's drawn on, just like your tattoos look like they've been drawn on. And this is where I see impulsive for. If you've got crappy tattoos, you're pretty impulsive.
Logical, rational, you sit back, you're not invested in it. That's why he doesn't like it, Agent, because we see the things that are going on. You see what I'm saying? We were watching this.
Yes.
Now you see what you want to see, Maureen. You see what you want to see. Anyway, on to Jeff's terribly produced, crappy show. It's called the clues. Jed Skeptic. He put my name in the title. He went on about me all week, and I didn't bite. I didn't give him anything. I just let him fizzle away. You like that, Jeff? I just let you fizzle away. And I just observed. I just watched you. Just watched what you were trying to do, what we were up to. And you were trying to generate. Look at this. PayPal me, the Truman Show. PayPal me. And it's funny, all these people call me a potato. But they've all spoke directly to Pat. Glenn spoke to Pat. Laurie spoke to Pat. Jeff's probably spoke to Pat as well. Most of these people have had some kind of communication with Pat. Pay Jeff Stewart. Look, pay him. Anyway, let's hear what Jeff's got to say on his great, well-produced show.
I'm going to go ahead and say this right up front. Your whole fucking crew took a perfectly normal guy named Brian Acker, who was perfectly reasonable a year ago, and y'all twisted his head up and fucking put him out there on the market. I don't care if he's willing to admit to this or not, but I can tell you, I know you did. Every fucking body that you know, everybody that comments on your channel, I'm going to start working them over. One by one by one. You can whine, you can cry, you can kick, scream. It doesn't even matter. I don't care. You can throw the biggest goddamn Irish tantrum you can throw. Or Scottish, whatever the fuck you are. But it's not going to help because you got Jeff cancer. Jed, let me show you what only took me 30 minutes. See, Jed, this guy that wound up Brian.
So this guy, Brian, that everybody's been exposing, I was one of the first people to kind of say to people that Brian was a bit of a weirdo, stay away from him. But now everybody's trying to jump on the whole Bri. They've even given him a pet name, Bri. But Jeff Stewart, he's just latched onto it to try and he's trying to produce this sort of new format. Look at it. Look at the way he's trying to do it. It's like a new fucking, what's his name? Oh, you just see it with all these trolly flat earth channels. Look at the way it's set up, the break free, the spooky music in the background. Anyway, what he was just saying there was he was defending Brian. He was actually defending Brian. What he was saying is our fault. It's our fault. My fault. My fault. My crew's fault that Brian turned out this way. This is what Jeff was just saying. It's our fault that Brian's this way. So now he's defending Brian.
And turned his fucking mind to goddamn mush. We couldn't figure out who he was.
Who was?
But we knew his voice. And it took some searching. About 30 minutes worth, Jed. I was on him for 30 minutes today. And not only am I going to show you everything about him tonight, except for doxing him, his address, his mom and dad's address, his mom and dad's workplace. I'm not going to dox all that. See, I saved that for me. That's not for you. That's for me and what I do with it. But here's just a little preview, Jed, of your bullshit fucking crew. But first, I want to show you them winding him up.
Right, so show us winding him up.
Come in your favorite flavor.
So it continues with black and white footage stuff. This is us winding Brian up for some reason. And then it goes on to a hangout with Yvette in it for some reason. And Scarecrow and Cynthia. And a couple of other people. So this is just Jeff trying to generate... He's trying to generate attention. He's just a sad, pathetic old man. Anyway, we'll go back onto May the 21st. We've worked through all the dates here. I'll try to do it in the chronological. That was the 19th. That was the 20th. This is the 21st. And this is the 21st too. Right, what's this one called? Smacking Down. We'll start here.
Connected to a lot of these players on their team.
Yes.
In many ways.
Okay.
And some of those who think they're hiding anonymously is just a few hours away from the reveal of who they really are.
Well, thanks for that little, I'm going to say, introduction to the real expose, I want to say. And thank you also for letting me join with you today, because I feel that we have all been led down different paths. I'm going to use my own name, because it was all of us when we weren't united that were actually Brian's chat that night. And I've repeated this part. I was in there and Glenn was in there, and I know what they called. They kept lying and saying that Jeff was calling them a pussy. I didn't even really know Jeff, I have to say at the time. I heard of him and such, but I never interacted, with him. And I said, no, they're lying. And then they blocked me, and then they blocked Glenn, and then they blocked Jeff. And they didn't realize you were his wife at the time, or they just were, I don't know, spazzed out, I guess, as usual.
Yeah.
And that's how all this interconnection came. Now, he stated that we were abusing the children by exposing Brian. Is that abuse? No. We're showing evidence of abuse that has been put upon his children publicly by himself. That's the way I feel about that. I've been abused by the Privacy Act, by Lanny sharing a picture without my permission.
So she reckons she's been abused from the Privacy Act because Lanny shared a photo without her permission. Well, as soon as you start giving out your photos, putting your photos on Facebook, putting your photos on YouTube, it becomes public and people can do what they want with them. So your Privacy Act, you need to go and read it.
Not that it affects me. I'm confident who.
Did you sign a contract with Lanny or something? For God's sake, it's just a photograph. And if Brian's meant to be a paedophile, what would he want with a photograph of an old hag?
I am. I don't have a problem how I look. But again, it was against the trust issue, and he sent it to a pedo who lives an hour away from me.
That was wrong on so many levels.
Yeah. Okay. And then sent me an email, which I haven't responded to, I'll say. His email states he was a little harsh, he's sorry, and etc. He doesn't admit to the fact that he sent the picture, but yet Jed does. So, and like I said, I have evidence that I have all the emails I sent, and that was the only picture attached to that email.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then he runs away. He left Jed kind of just standing there. No ammo, and Jed thinking he's the shield, but Lanny's gone now.
Yeah, that's what happens when these people, they come on the, I call it the scene, but they come on the scene, they talk smack about people they don't know, they do things they shouldn't do, and then when they get caught or caught.
Exactly, Dan. Do these women look like the avatars? I doubt it. I doubt it very much. Right, anyway. 14 minutes on this felly. We'll go for here.
I never, like I said, never said anything ugly to him, never said anything ugly about him. And then he jumped in our chat the other night and just started off. And he's going to defend Brian. I mean, why would you defend a pedo?
I don't know.
hang on one second. Hang on one second. Keep talking. Just hang on one second.
Totally misrepresented Jed in this conversation. Maureen and Agent Sweetheart. They just said there, why did they come into the chat and defend a pedo? Why did they defend Brian? Excuse me, did you not hear before that I was in Jeff's chat defending Lanny? And I was sticking up for Lanny. I was attacking Jeff because of Lanny. And now yous idiots are in this hangout, old busybodies, trying to make out I was defending Brian. What the fuck are you talking about? You're just lying. You're just lying. You're misrepresenting. You're deceiving people. You're just lying, Maureen. You're a liar.
I'll tell you the prelude a little bit about Jed. We had a bit of troubled waters, and then we made amends. But the problem was I set up a time for Glenn and him to go live. I was asked to, first of all, and the time didn't work out. I was actually live streaming music, and I guess he had emailed after the fact, or he had seen Glenn in chat.
Right, boring stuff. This is why I said she doesn't suit the hangouts. It's boring. It's like... Anyway, guys, hope you're having a good weekend. Thought I'd just highlight this. So watch out for these characters like Laurie Gale, Maureen, Agent Sweetheart, Jeff Stewart, Glenn, even the little stragglers like OG McBaggins. Aye, OG, I've seen you too. And Dan Pratt, I was meant to highlight that video, in fact. There was a Dan Pratt video. And he had a big beef with me saying ignore Brian. He was, ignore Brian, we ignore these people. So Dan Pratt had a big problem. And he's another part of this cult, Dan Pratt. Dan Pratt, Laurie Gale, Jeff Stewart, Agent Sweetheart, Glenn, Maureen, and all their little fucking minions. They're all part of a cult trying to give people Jeff cancer. And they're telling people to flag channels. It doesn't matter what they do. Jeff's saying that he's just got to get everybody flagged. Everybody that's connected with me, anyone that comments, he's got to attack them. He's deleted a lot of that video, a lot of that hangout. So I hope you are proud of yourself, Laurie. Hope you're proud of yourself. Hope you feel like a mature, caring woman. The way you act. It's a disgrace. At least I admit I'm an asshole. But Lanny, and Lanny's still around. Lanny didn't die of Jeff cancer. Lanny's still around, guys. I think he just took a back step because these people are weirdos. And the thing is, like I said before, Lanny was a breath of fresh air. I could relate to the guy. He was a new father, but he was already a dad. But he was a new father. He had a new baby. He's into conspiracies. He was into UFC. He's about the same age as me, and we've got sort of similar views on stuff. And I liked Lanny, and it's almost like these people are jealous when two people get together and they like each other. It's jealousy. Glenn's jealous of me. I know Glenn's jealous of me. He's jealous. He's no good looking, no intelligent. The fact he's got like a old man for a wife, whatever. He's jealous. I don't know what it is. Maybe he wasn't that good a dad. Maybe that's why he keeps commenting how good a dad I am, because he wishes he was a dad. He never was, because he's such a pathetic loser with a mouthful of sugar puffs at his teeth. You get what they are, Glenn? Teeth. Brush them. Anyway, guys, I got invited to another channel called the Non Sequitur. Anyone heard of the Non Sequitur? Well, I've been invited to go on a hangout with the Non Sequitur guys. And I've watched some of their videos and they seem pretty cool. It just depends what the topic is they want to talk to me about. Is it going to be the history stuff or the flat earth? I've got a funny feeling it's going to be the flat earth, because that's where I generate all the attention for some reason, in the flat earth. And they do all different kinds of subjects. The last subject was spanking. Should you spank your kid? And it's good topic. It's just a pity the guest they had on was like a 21-year-old nerd that didn't know the first thing about parenting or fatherhood. Had a lot of opinions about his own experience as a kid getting punished or not getting punished in foster homes, whatever, but he had no experience as a father, so I thought that was a strange choice of guest to have on for a spanking video. And Jeranism was on this channel, non-sequitur. Jeranism was on this channel, and he was debating a Klingon. He was debating a Klingon on this non-sequitur channel. Some atheist Klingon guy, man, and Jeranism got his ass handed to him on a plate. Honestly, guys. So I'm thinking about going on this non-sequitur show. I'm going to watch a couple more of their videos, just find out what they're all about, find out what kind of topic they want to talk about, find out when they want to talk about it, because I'm busy guy. And I watched a little bit of Dell tonight. It's a shame. Dell's falling apart as well. It's what happens when the trolls stand back, when the trolls go away for a wee while, the flat earthers start eating each other. And Dell's got a coup. He's got a coup going on. Dell thinks there's a coup going on and the people are planning meetups behind his back and they're using these tactics, and how dare, it's like almost Dell's got a copyright on his method, his street activism. And he was calling them militant, and Dell was talking tonight about eradicating the elites. So, I don't know. Dell's heads, I kind of feel sorry for Dell, you know, because he's stayed consistent. I've got to say, Dell's always stayed consistent. He's always been an arsehole, and it's just stayed that way. He's never begged for money, he's just been a dick, he's always been wrong, and it's just stayed that way. So, I kind of feel sorry for Dell. But I can see why. Maybe he does need a break. Maybe he does need a break. Maybe he does need a break, people. But like I said, I was just making this video tonight just to highlight the Jeff Stewart cult that include Laurie Gale. Laurie Gale's in my chat right now. And Laurie, I'll not ban you. I'll not ban any of you. My chat I promote freedom of speech, Laurie, as you know. Validation Boy does the same. We're one of the only hangouts that don't give wrenches. So you can say your opinion all you want, you can defend yourself all you want in the chat, Laurie, but I just used your words against yourself. Nobody, you can't deny what we just seen in that footage there. What I seen was somebody that was under the influence, not of alcohol, but of the cult. Laurie, you're under the influence of the cult. And Glenn, you're pathetic, mate. You took down that video, you attacked me, but then you deleted the video. You're right to delete that video, because that would have been on this video tonight, and you'd have got an ass kicking, mate. Got an ass kicking. And you act the tough guy, Glenn. You act the tough guy over in Canada, Mr. I'll give you a headlock, I'll do this to you, I'll do that to you. Glenn, stop giving the talk. Stop giving the talk. We know you're away over there, so why give the talk? Come over. Come over. Your big mouth with sugar puffs in it. I've seen better condemned buildings. I've seen rows of condemned buildings are in better nick than your teeth, pal. I'm so liberal, says Glenn from Vancouver. Vancouver's so liberal, it's so multicultural. You have to say that. You're Canadian. You're an immigrant too. Jesus, you'd have a cheek if you'd moan about the immigrants. No wonder you're multicultural. You have to be. You've not got a choice. Aye, Laurie, I'm lying about you. Everyone will see the chat. Everyone will see the beginning of the video. It's staying up. And whilst Glenn was attacking me, VB, Glenn was attacking my kids, he was attacking my wife on a stream, saying he was going to stalk my wife's Facebook, he was going to stalk my kids' YouTube, and Laurie's in the chat saying, how dare you, when I was defending myself, I was saying, Glenn, why are you saying this? And Laurie's defending, how dare you say this? How dare you say that? Are you deaf, Laurie? Are you deaf? Did you not hear Glenn attacking my kid, attacking my wife? You just choose what you want to hear, Laurie. You choose what you want to hear. Go back to knitting in your basement. And the thing is, your husband must not watch anything you do on your YouTube, because you would have deleted that video, Laurie. That was a disgrace. That was a disgrace. You should be ashamed of yourself, Laurie. 55-year-old, 60-year-old woman, whatever you are, acting like that. Anyway, people, hope you're having a good weekend. Like I said, I'm going to keep watching these weirdos, keep my eye on the cult, keep people aware that there's people like this around. There's these snowflakes, they get offended when you fart. Maureen, the old hippie, Glenn, I would even debate whether she's a wife, if you get my drift. Anyway, I'm not trying to hurt you, Laurie. I'm not trying to hurt you. You hurt yourself. You hurt yourself. Same with Agent Sweetheart. How you doing, Lanny? There's Lanny. How you doing? I was going to pour out some liquor for Lanny tonight, and then I seen him in one of my comments, and I thought, he's still alive. He's still alive. Number Johnny 5 is alive. I need to put my mason ring on. Is it alright to drink in my kitchen, guys? Agent Sweetheart, Laurie Gale, Maureen, am I being responsible enough? Is it okay? Is it okay? Is it okay to use? Have I got your permission to have a bottle of beer in my kitchen? Does this offend you in any way? Is this okay? God. Aye, right, OJ. You're a shit stirrer as well, mate. I don't want to ramble on too much. I'll have another beer, another cigarette. I'm going to have a cigarette. Is that alright? Is that alright that I smoke at my window? Is that alright with Laurie and Maureen and Jeff and Glenn? You got to report me to my boss, to the police, that I'm having a drink in my window. Is that cool with you guys? Sugar Puff Teeth. Hey, Sugar Puff Teeth, is that cool with you, mate? It's alright drinking and smoking. I understand. How was your hangout with Haunted House, Dan? Friday morning I had to go to work. I caught the morning part of it. I recommend a Caesar Augustus and a cigar. Brian's wife is just priceless. Well, they're weirdos as well. Brian, the Johnny Murdoch crew, Bob, they actually fell for the whole Apple Mac lure that Maureen dished out. Maureen said that me, Yvette, Tim Osman, we all got bought Apple Macs from this, whatever it is, shill company, whatever it is. And Bob and all that fell for that. So now we've got a chat here with, I think Brian's in it. Let's all be friends again, Twitwit says. Well, we'd be friends if people weren't phoning people's works and getting involved in people's lives. This is a problem I had with Glenn all through our relationship on YouTube. Glenn was constantly sending me emails of people's personal information. Stuff about Antonio's wife. He sent me stuff about Nathan Oakley apparently living in Fife as an electrician. Glenn sent me so much crap, and he wanted me to chase it. He wanted me to make videos about it and chase it. Glenn is full of so much disinfo. This crap with the earpiece. What about, they said that Brian's wife was pregnant for 14 months. For 14 months. How stupid did they feel when she gave birth? Idiots again. And they were picking on an unborn child. They were calling an unborn child a pickle. All this cult, the Jeff Stu Warts cult, the Wart cult, They were calling it unborn child a pickle. This kid hasn't got a say in anything, and it's getting called a pickle, and it's already doomed. Do you know what I mean? And Glenn, he's the biggest piece of shit on YouTube. He doesn't realise that Jeff Stewart doesn't even like him. Glenn can't even see that Jeff Stewart doesn't like him, and he's so impulsive to jump on people. Like, as soon as he meets them, it's like, he's my best friend, he's my enemy, he's my best friend, he's my enemy. He's so, Glenn's head's all over the place. It's just fried. It's just fried. It's too much weed. I think it's the weed. All these people, it's too much fucking weed. I used to like Glenn. I used to like Glenn VB, but I kind of had a soft spot for him. I knew that he was wrong all at the time, but I kind of had a soft spot for the guy. He lost his brother and stuff like that. He was going through a bad time, and I drew Glenn a picture. I genuinely was thinking about the guy, and I thought it would make him happy and stuff like that. And the guy's just turned into an utter prick, threatening to attack my kids, threatening to attack my wife's Facebook. He's pathetic. He's the lowest of the low. Glenn, you are the lowest of the low, mate. And if you want to come over to Scotland, come over, mate. I'm waiting. He keeps going on about how Irish he is. Glenn, you're in Canada. You're in Canada. You're not that Irish, pal. You're Canadian. You're more Irish than me. Aye, with that black beard that looks drawn on with mascara. Aye, you're more Irish than me with your black beard. Anyway, guys, hope you're having a good... It's Barbie McGill. How you doing, Barbie? Laurie Gale's in the chat. Like I said, I'll finish this cigarette and let you go. But like I said, people, didn't be intimidated by these people. Didn't be afraid to comment on one of my videos because Jeff Stewart's going to flag you and hit all your channels. Didn't be afraid of these people. We need to stand up to bullies. These people are bullies. You try and bully people off the internet. They're just old, pathetic bullies, including Laurie Gale. I'm sorry to say, but she uses the passive-aggressive tactic. The victim. Oh, poor me, poor wee Laurie Gale, poor Laurie Gale. And she turns everybody on everybody. I swear Laurie Gale's one of the biggest shit stirrers around. She's got the spoon in the chat. She just sits there with a big spoon stirring shit up. Just bullying people. You're not going to bully me off the net. Jeff Cancer. Jeff Cancer. We'll see. We'll see, Jeff. Stuart. You've got a cheek to carry the Stuart name. It probably isn't even your real name. And just like Bonnie Prince Charlie, you're no fucking in your own homeland. You've pissed off. But anyway, aye, this non sequitur channel, I'm definitely thinking about it. Depends on the subject, the topic. But it should be fun because they're quite a big channel. Even if I don't go on it, I'm kind of flattered that they'd even invite me. But like I said, I thought the guests were a wee bit funny before, like the whole Klingon guy. The Klingon against Jeranism on the Non Sequitur show. You need to see that, guys. This Klingon rips Jeranism a new asshole. It's so good. This is maybe why Jeranism hasn't spoke about it or showed it on his channel or anything like that. And Del and Gav. Del and Gav are going to be on this channel tomorrow. The Non Sequitur. I wonder if Del even mentioned it tonight. Did Del mention tonight that he's going to be on the Non Sequitur channel tomorrow? I don't know. Non Sequitur, it's called. Non Sequitur. I'm not going to spell it because I'm not going to insult your intelligence. I might have to spell it for the Jeff Stewart crew, but I'm not going to spell it for my normal subs. I think you know how to spell sequitur. So guys, I'm going to leave you lovely people alone to have a great weekend. I'm loving it. I'm young, I'm fully spunk, I'm handsome, I'm intelligent, and I'm just loving life in them. I'm loving people. Apart from this smelly old shitty crew, smell of piss and custard creams. It's like an old folks home over in Jeff's channel, man. Stay away from it, didn't give them money, and fuck them. Have a good weekend, people. Take care.